Now check this out. Yesterday, it says Jake has been attacked by a group of all black prison guards in the Dallas County Jail. You can literally see them manhandling him in this mugshot photo. They haven't given him a bed yet, and he slept on the concrete floor last night. The guards are retaliating against Jake because of the Carmelo Anthony conviction.
Check it out, man. Low impulse control. This is the reason why Austin Metcalf is dead. Because this is a response that is cold. This is a response they teach their young people to have.
Yeah, what's shaking, everybody? Tell a friend that it's him again. J King, the one, J King, back with another crazy video. So we got a Chud the Builder video. Apparently, his homeboy, his #1 fan, got smashed in jail. Pause. Haven't seen the video. About to watch it for the first time with you guys. I'm not gonna hold you up any longer. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get these sub numbers up. I'll see you guys on the next round of crazy.
Chud the Builder's #1 supporter, Jake Lang, has apparently been beat up in jail. He showed up not only to Chud the Builder's court case and got arrested there, but he also showed up to essentially protest the Carmelo Anthony trial, saying some crazy things and got arrested for terroristic threats, right?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Marching around with a White Lives Matter sign, he went to the Dallas County Jail, which apparently has a lot of black employees, and he's alleging they beat his ass. This is the video. It says, update from Jake. I went to show support at Chud the Builder's $1.25 million bond hearing and was arrested and thrown in the maximum he could sentence me to of 10 days solitary confinement.
All right, take him in custody. Take him in custody. Sir, you denied the speaking role today and decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him in custody.
He's been released from jail after 10 days of solitary
Whitereplacement.org.
Free Chud.
White replacement.
Left behind bars. His butt.
Who's replacing white people? It's definitely not black people. Like, who's replacing y'all? I'm talking white replacement, but you got a picture of Carmelo Anthony and then Chud the Builder. White replacement. I don't get it.
Is exorbitant.
How did you come up with that?
And the murder of Austin Metcalf, only $250,000. This is two-tier justice, and we cannot allow it to stand. That's why today I'm announcing
two different states. First of all,
a charity boxing match between me and Antifa leader Dave the Viking. All proceeds will go to getting my brother Chud out. We need to stand up and get Chud out. This is a message to the deep state. You are not allowed to treat us without the 14th Amendment. We all have equal rights in America. Just because Chud is white does not mean his bond needs to be 5 times higher. That's the...
You know how stupid he sounds? Just because Chud is white. So he's basically trying to say Chud is being mistreated. He's being unfairly treated because he's white in America. You know how stupid like, are you? Yo, it's just, the shit that's coming out of his mouth, it sounds just as stupid as the haircut on his freaking head. Look at that freaking thing. This old fake Johnny Bravo looking thing. Like, remember, what's that Cameron Diaz movie? Something About Mary, and she had the spunk in her. Yo, let me find out he got spunk in his head. Ew, you nasty. Ew, he probably do.
Now, I'll be honest. A $1.25 million bond for attempted murder sounds crazy when somebody charged with and then later convicted of actual murder.
But because they're white, though?
$50,000 bond. But I'll say this. Jake is saying Chud is his brother. As far as I know, I don't think they've ever even met. Jake just attaches himself to whatever he can use politically to gain views and
he's a grifter.
Spew hatred.
He's a grifter.
Soft glove treatment because they're black and
he's a leech.
Judges are trying to set a 2-tier standard of justice, so that's actually incorrect information. The exorbitant rate of $1.25 million bond for Chud the Builder is unprecedented.
Okay, and what do you have to say about Anthony?
Well, Carmelo Anthony, we understand that this man was not like an upstanding citizen. We've seen photos of him with guns. We've seen photos of him using drugs. We've seen photos of him giving kind of demonic faces, flipping off the camera, lighting lighters on.
Now I'm going to call Cap and I'm going to break down exactly what he's talking about. This is the picture of him with the alleged gun, and this is the
That's a
picture
BB
of
gun.
him making demonic faces
It's a
with
BB
a lighter.
gun.
Mind you, he's a teenager. What teenager hasn't been like, yeah, fuck you, fuck everybody.
Yeah, for
But as
real.
far as this, the full picture, this is the full picture. And what they did was they kind of just clipped this part so it makes him look like he's thugging it when really he's with this crowd, which looks harmless. And the gun was reportedly an airsoft gun.
It's a
wasn't
BB
even
gun.
real gun.
Yeah.
So he's trying to make him sound big and bad, like he was out here thugging, and he really wasn't. He actually had a lot of white friends and went to predominantly
White school. Exactly.
Check it out, man. Low impulse control. This is the reason why Austin Metcalf is dead. Because this is a response that is cold. This is a response they teach their young people to have.
Oh shit! Oh yo, spunk cream to wear in your hair, wearing ass.
Personal boundaries. It does not teach people to talk with respect. And that's why Austin Metcalf dead. Because of your failure as black parents.
What? You heard this cuts? I'm sorry, mama.
Black parents. Teaching you to kill.
Mutual combat. They don't want that. He making sure
the mutual
he making sure he ignore all that. He ain't even trying. I ain't hear that. Nope. He did not. Nope. I ain't hear that. Nope. No, he ain't talking to me. No. Oh, Mitchell, what? He talking to you. He ain't talking to you. He don't want no smoke.
That's like a Texas
He don't want
thing.
no.
They
He don't
can
want
agree to
no
bump it out in front of
problems.
the police. That would have been crazy if he actually did it. But
for what I understand of Texas, I'm sorry, but for what I understand in Texas, mutual combat is allowed. So if both parties are allowed agree to it, yeah, like from what I understand, I may be wrong. It's from what I heard. I'm not speaking to this facts. I'm just saying. So if you got the actual factual, you know what I mean, information, feel free to send it to me. Leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to know.
you know, this is the thing. When you get antagonized by someone who's saying you have no control and you lose all control, you're kind of proving that person's point.
Mutual combat ain't losing control.
For the racist black thug, Carmelo Anthony.
Mutual combat is not losing control.
Now, at no point was Carmelo Anthony ever facing the death penalty. He's saying he's racist. There's no proof Carmelo Anthony was racist. There's also no proof that he was a thug. The only thing that Jake said that's right is Carmelo Anthony is black. That's it.
Austin Metcalf is dead because Carmelo Anthony grew up watching thugs in the rap culture and thought it was cool to carry a fucking knife to attract me. It's a community. If you want to lead your community, call out your community for thuggish behavior. They're celebrating a thug first. He was a thug.
He's walking around saying those crap with a supposed bulletproof vest, a fake.
Now, this
it's
is
not even a
one
real
of the
bulletproof
only
vest.
things I think I can agree with that Jake is saying is, yeah, if you had control of your own community, no one else would have to speak against it, right? If you police your own people, and you know, the Texas version of the Black Panthers was there. If you police your own community, others don't have to, right? You can't complain about the police in your community if you police your own community. But if in your culture, within your community, you're like, fuck the police, we want just everything to break loose, well, then obviously there's a problem and somebody else is going to have to step in and regulate that shit. So I don't agree with anything he's saying as far as Carmelo Anthony. Nothing shows that he was a thug. He's never been in trouble before.
Let me stop you right there for a second. First of all, there's no one person or one group of people that can police any group of people, any community. It just it's impossible. I mean, hell, I mean, 1090. Look, I mean, in your community, you guys lead in school shootings and mass murders, and you know, and mass shootings. in today's America. You guys leading PDFs. You don't strike me as a guy who engages in any of that type of stuff. Are you gonna police your own community? Are you gonna police these young school shooters? Are you gonna police these PDFs? Are you gonna police these white collar crime people who steal people's money? So no one person or one group of people can police has control or domain over any group of people. That's first of all. So this notion that this standard that we are like one person or one group of, oh, why don't you correct them? Why don't you make sure this, that, and the third? Listen, we're not a monolithic group. Like we think for everybody's, we don't follow any one person or any group. We don't listen to any one person or one group. Just like in your community. No race, no culture. That's just the way it is. So this idea that we have to have that standard only applies to us. That is absolutely crazy. So when you say this, it's like, I know you're not being you're not being ill-intended. I don't feel that way. That's just me. You feel everyone else is feel free to feel the way they want to feel. I don't think he has any ill will intended with what he's saying, but he's speaking from a place, I'm not gonna say of privilege, because like I said, he is from humble beginnings. South Boston is very humble beginning. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I understand, he is from that, but he's not from that looking like me. So I don't have nothing against the brother. I enjoy the brother's content. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy reacting to his content, and I'm going to continue to react to his content, whether I agree with him or not. But I just think, I don't know where he's trying to come from when he's saying that. Yeah, so this Jake guy, he's an idiot. He's speaking from a place of hate. He's speaking from a place of ignorance and stupidity. So you can't, you can't take nothing he says actually serious. You know what I'm saying? Unless you subscribe to what he believes in. Other than that, his opinion on the black community and police and how we need to police our own is a moot point. It really is. It holds no weight because he's speaking from a place of hate. He's not speaking from a place of understanding. He knows very little to nothing about us. He sees us on TV. He's speaking his opinion. He's putting his little spiel in. He's doing his little Chud to build the spiel or whatever. Not to be taken serious. Like my mama told me a long time ago, love you, mama. Never argue with a fool because from a distance you can't tell who is who. So yeah, I like responding to idiots like him. For me, I'm not gonna do it.
This is the only time he ever has, and it only takes one decision to put you away forever. But as far as celebrating murders, celebrating death, bro, I just got tagged, I think it was on Instagram, somebody named OG Murder tagged me in a video for what I said about the Carmelo Anthony case. And it's like, homie, look at your name.
OG Murder.
I guarantee the people you allegedly killed or claimed to kill or rap about killing were white. They were all your own people. Fucking facts. Drill music celebrates death, talks about death, raps about death, pushes murder, and it's not white people that they're talking about.
He does have he has a valid point. That part I do agree with him on. I can't stand drill music. I think drill music is poison. It's a cancer in the hip hop culture. Hip hop was doing just fine without it. And I truly look forward to the day of its demise. Like for real, get back to the days of having actual talent. Get back to the days of being able to articulate yourself. Get back to the days of actually speaking on conscious issues. I look forward to that time, and I'm truly confident. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that time will come back again.
Like realistically speaking, we never heard rappers talking about white people. It's all killing each other.
Hold up, I know I just paused it, but I'm gonna let him do it. I'm gonna let him say what he's about to say. But understand something. when rappers speak about, so they only talking about what's going on in their proximity. It's not necessarily just about black people. It's not like they're not beefing with black people because they're black. So what he's about to go into is basically going to try almost spin it as if black people are talking to black people because they're black. We're beefing with black people because we're black. No, you beef with somebody in your proximity. So if you got black and white communities, and any community that got mixed cult, whatever, trust me when I tell you, they beef with each other. It's a proximity thing. That's all I'm saying.
It's celebrating murder, glamorizing murder.
Only to a few of us, though.
It took me fucking like 31 years to realize I'm following the dumbest trend ever.
But also, sorry for keep pausing it. Most people in the black community do not celebrate murder. Most people in the black community do not celebrate or excuse degenerate behavior. We just don't. It's a small percentage. It's a small percentage of people who engage in this drill life and who approve that. It's those folks. It's not all of us. So, and I really wish that you know. I really wish that folks would start making would do a better job of differentiating, separating. You know what I mean? Making sure people understand that there is a difference. It's not all of us, or even most of us. For real. I was so in. And I'm from the streets. I'm from the projects.
And the prison shit. And
I grew up in the projects.
Fuck that, free him, I remember when I was in prison, people escaped. It was on the news. We were seeing it. We're all like, yeah, free them. You know, I hope they can get away. And it was exciting. You know what I'm saying? But then when you're actually an adult and you have a house and you have a family, you're like, fuck, motherfuckers don't need them out here. Like, nah, you separate from the bullshit with maturity. Otherwise, you're gonna be one of those people that Drewski literally just made a whole fucking skit about. The old head who never grew up and matured.
You young nigga look up to me, man. Strength generation of the hood, man. Show love to your hood, man. Y'all nigga come back and feed the streets. You big homie to your hood, man. You nigga love me out here. I be that Power 1560 blood out.
And this is from an actual...
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting on live mode.
That's from an actual clip of some dude who was like in his 30s getting put onto a hood. Like that was a real thing that happened.
Yeah. Well, you just know how this shit be, bro. Like, I don't have nobody for shit.
I could never, ever.
I appreciate the unicorn.
I could never.
Y'all see a galaxy. Y'all see the galaxy in the chat. Same shit. The same spot. And I was with they dad.
Damn, that's for sure. Yo, how tall is Drewski? Like, yo, them dudes is mad short.
That's literally what you see. You know, if you want to live that lifestyle and keep ignoring the bullshit and acting like, oh, I'm just thugging and I'm never gonna agree with the system and I'm too gangster for this shit. That's how you're gonna look at 40, 50 years old. You're not gonna dress like a man. You're not gonna be wearing a suit. You're not gonna look like old money. You're not gonna look mature. You're going to be dressing the same way as the 20-year-olds. You're going to be 45 wearing Hellstar and fitted hats and thinking that, you know, being in the hood is still the shit.
Oh, white boy, it's a new shut up, What is that? How many times? Some guy shut up. Oh, white motherfucker. Sounds like an African chief of some kind.
But he's proven a fact. He said, how many times has Trump been shot at by a white person? Right? Like, this is the thing about this guy right here. He doesn't call out the things white people do, right? If you want to talk about our own community, okay, every time there's something that goes on with a school, it's a white kid. Realistically.
I just said that earlier.
I hear him talking about that. He only targets things racially because he knows that's what's going to get the most attention. That's why I don't like this guy. I don't like anything about him because all he does is cause problems. And what I didn't like about Chud the Builder is he doesn't stand on nothing. You go out and you talk shit, and then when somebody actually wants to do something to you, I'm gonna pull a gun. I'm gonna call the cops. And everyone's like, oh, when Chud gets locked up, he's gonna turn into some super nazi and fucking, you know, he's gonna get the stick on and the lightning bolts and this and that. It's like, they're not gonna accept him in that organization. He's a cop caller. He hides behind the police. They don't respect that shit. No, if you're gonna go over there and say something to those people, you need to be with the shit and handle it when they try to handle it with you. And if you're not willing to handle it, you're a bitch. Now check this out. Yesterday, it says Jake has been attacked by a group of all black prison guards in the Dallas County Jail. You can literally see them manhandling him in this mugshot photo. They haven't given him a bed yet, and he slept on the concrete floor last night. The guards are retaliating against Jake because of the Carmelo Anthony conviction. And he's claiming that because of how they're holding him while he takes his mugshot.
That's
right?
very
and
common.
Follow up with this 16 hours ago. Update: Jake is being moved to an unknown location. His life is in extreme danger, and they're trying to disappear him from the public. Now, this is like an inmate communication thing, right? So this is how they email. And the fact that he was able to send this out, clearly he's fucking doing just fine. He's been able to use a kiosk. But it says, "Hey, sweetheart, I can't believe they have me back in solitary hellhole. I only get out of this cell 3 hours a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m. I get to leave this cell and stand in an empty cage outdoors. Complete solitary confinement, a $1 million bond, all because I jokingly said that I would carry out the capital punishment on Carmelo Anthony." And allegedly what was said is
more like
he would
premeditation.
shoot Carmelo in the head if they don't sentence him to death. This is alleged. This is just from what I heard. I don't know this is fact.
Sound like a plan to me.
But from what I
Sound
heard,
like premeditation to me.
he would shoot Carmelo Anthony in the head himself if he wasn't sentenced to death. He literally murdered a child that attacked me with a knife and admitted it to the police on scene. It's not alleged I did it, and his bond was only $250,000. This grotesque two-tiered justice. He can't even spell shit correctly. In fact, there were literally Black Panthers outside the courtroom telling me if the sheriffs weren't here, we'd hang Jake from a tree. Well, don't forget the fact that Jake Lang was out there saying we should hang Carmelo from a tree. So you can't get mad at what someone responds back to the bullshit you're spreading. You're not telling people what you said first, you're just telling people their reactions, which is essentially how Chud the Builder built his following. He goes say some shit and then record the reactions of people saying they have no self-control while not acknowledging the disrespect that he did to cause that reaction. Now, I'll be honest, right? This is what I would do if I was, in charge of the corrections at Dallas County Jail, right? Okay. If you believe my officers are a threat and you believe that we're putting you in solitary confinement because we want to make you disappear and harm you, put them in general population.
Exactly.
Put him in GP. In Dallas, Texas, put him in general population and see how he does. Being around everybody in general population. See how he lasts in there. If he feels like he's been abused already.
I would absolutely love to hear about this. Yo, please sign that waiver. Please, for the love of everything holy that walks and breathes on planet Earth. Please sign the waiver. Please.
Put him in general population.
Please sign that
how
waiver.
fast they don't get him smacked off the compound and put right back into solitary confinement. Because all that cop calling bullshit, the white gangs aren't going to protect him because they're going to look at him like a rat, right? So the second he gets put in there, honestly, the whites might smash him. Depending on how racially structured Texas prisons are, the whites might remove him just to keep from a race riot. Because you're going to come in there, you're automatically a problem. They might get him gone immediately just so they don't have to deal with any bullshit being sat alongside him. But if not them, yeah, the other races would absolutely destroy him the second he gets in there. We don't really ever see him doing anything physically. He seems to be in decent shape, but jail is a whole nother fucking, it's a whole nother ball game, bro. You're not ready for that shit. If you're running already and you're relying on the police and crying to the police and this and that, bro, and one thing about jail is the staff, it's not going to matter what race they are. If they have a badge, that's their side. The badges stick together. So it doesn't matter who you disrespect one, you disrespect all. So the inmates ain't going to like you. The staff ain't going to like you. The best thing you can do is sit in that confinement cell and just enjoy yourself. Because if you get put anywhere else, guarantee something's gonna happen.
Alright, so that's the end of the video. But what do you guys think? Look, This Jake dude, he's an idiot. He has absolutely he has absolutely no idea the world that awaits him. And for those of y'all who think that going to jail, going to prison, you're still supposed to have yes, you do have rights. You have rights. Yes, you do. But to think that you're supposed to have certain luxuries or certain conveniences, you're absolutely mistaken. I don't, and that's the problem with certain people who have who feel a certain level of entitlement. You think that just because you know, okay, the system was designed to help you out and to give you the advantage, but understand something. There's certain parts of the system that once you get entangled with, it's not gonna matter what you look like. You have to get treated just like you might be able to get a little extra here and there, you know what I mean, a little extra favoritism here and there, but you're still gonna go through the same process the rest of us is gonna go through. The same process as the rest of the people, as everyone else that the system was not designed to help. I'm speaking in subliminal in codes here, folks. You know what I mean? You realize that the only reason why he's going through all of this is because his hate, his racism, his hate is in his heart. A hate for people towards the people that I'm willing to bet never done anything to him. We've never done anything to that man, him or Chud. Well, Chud, hell, he used to like getting pegged and you know what I mean, his backside destroyed by hermaphrodites who just happen to be my skin complexion. So he obviously doesn't have a real problem with black folk. Something happened. Maybe he misses it. Maybe I don't know. But he likes them deep and he likes them dark. I really don't understand. Somebody needs to ask these folks, like, yo, what the hell did we do to you? What do we do to deserve this much attention from you? This is not benefiting you in any kind of way. You're not winning. This is actually costing you. It's costing you time in jail. It's costing you time in your life. It's going to cost you lawyer fees. It's going to cost you court fees. It's going to cost. And maybe in the long run, I guess you'll benefit from it at some point. Now, whether this Jake guy actually got assaulted, whether this story is true or not, it doesn't matter. We all know that he did catch charges. He did spend some time in jail behind his stupidity and his hate, because that's exactly what it is. Stupid hate, but they think it's worth it. I'm going to continue to make content on it. And it'll get to the point where I'm going to eventually make money off of it. So keep it up. Do you think that this Jake guy really got assaulted by the guards? I don't think he did. I think this is cap. I think he was trying to build sympathy, I think he was trying to garner some type of sympathy, trying to get his peoples riled up. I think he was using this for some type of cannon fodder towards his bullshit cause, whatever, if you want to call it that, his whatever it is, whatever his agenda is. Share the video, like the video, leave a comment. I'm J King the One. I see you guys on the next round of Crazy. One.